for that offlane hero, for Moon. I mean, there are still a fair few strong offlaners left in the pool. I like this ban. Getting rid of Arteezy's anti-mage, because we've seen the games he picks it up. His win rate with AM's got to be pretty darn high this tournament, because he just gets an insane amount of farm. And teams, they sometimes let it through as if they kind of feel like they can deal with it, but it never seems to be the case. Always gets out of hand, out of control. So Artur is going to have to look elsewhere here for this position 1 hero. Complexity with the final, yeah, as I was saying, there's Darkseer available.
It's not a bad
Spirit
Clinks
Breaker.
game.
Clinks for
a secret. Yeah. I think it's actually a pretty decent Clinks game.
Okay.
The only thing that really counters him is Winter Wyvern, but the same could be said for a lot of carries, right? It's a good sustainable laner. You wouldn't have to necessarily put too much attention on him right now. And even in 1v1s, he excels. And plus, with Death Pact and the way that it works, you have such high health that even if you get ruptured, you can probably just stand there and hit him. And with Grave, you have that extra 5 seconds of just being able to deal damage during that time. But we'll see what Seeker go for. I think that's also a pretty solid option as it Clinks. We haven't seen Wraith King too much, but it's also not bad against the Bloodseeker in general.
Well, thinking about this one, long
or
Lycan.
Secret.
Lycan could be a fun one here.
Yeah,
that is certainly true, especially when they're trying to get the push on with the Tusk Techies just leaping straight past the tower, looking for the pickoffs, making it very hard for Complexity to hold the defense. Arteezy. What is going to be the selection here from S4?
Oh, Templar Assassin.
So it looks like it's going to be an Artur Lina, would you imagine?
I guess so.
Or Arteezy in the mid lane with the TA. Well, okay. But the TA selected it. Why the TA this game?
I think S4 definitely plays TA here, for sure. Okay. It's a pretty good matchup against Zeus. Like, you don't want to really trade the 3 Arc Lightnings for a Refraction, right? Like, unless you're going for CS on top of that. You can keep yourself at a pretty high amount of health, which means the Thirst from the Bloodseeker is not going to be as good. And the other thing, too, is if you get ruptured, you pop Refraction, and then you hit him. Okay, it is easy playing TA. Okay, I thought it was definitely going to be S4, but have they played like safe lane TA before, or are they actually just
I think it'll be Arteezy mid
completely?
It would be like when he plays SF for the team, you know, they put around, they put S4 in the safe lane, get Arteezy mid.
Yeah, it's possible.
Because as you said, I think, yeah, the TA against the Zeus would be nice. But normally, yeah, when S4
well, even Zeus against Lina, it's still fine. Like
yeah.
The matchup isn't bad.
Lane, no.
But I think Lina actually does better against Darkseer than TA by a lot. So they probably would have.
I mean, especially as well if Lina combined herself in a lane against the Bloodseeker. You know, I don't know if that's going to happen depending on how the lanes match up.
Well, they're going to probably just do Lina Dazzle bottom, Techie's Tusk top, TA mid. That's my guess.
10 seconds remaining.
Nonetheless, this is going to be an exciting game, of course. Tusk Techies is in the runnings for Secret. And Complexity Gaming, as we were in the series the other day, showing a lot of promise. But you're going to need a little bit more than just promise to go up against a side like Team Secret. And of course, getting that ward straight down here in the bottom lane. And yeah, it is going to be Arteezy heading towards the mid lane on his TA. We're going to be seeing S4 on the safe lane, Lina. And yeah, of course, the Zai Kuroki duo on that Stickies up on the top lane, with Puppy just hanging around on the bottom, keeping S4 in safeness. And yeah, Complexity, their lineup, pretty much what we're expecting. We're going to see Z-Freak actually with the poor man's shield, so maybe it is going to be ZZ in the jungle? Is this a jungle and a laning Naga with the poor man's?
It could be. I mean, it's a little bit different, but I mean, hey, we just saw Na'Vi pretty much do something similar, right? Like, they started off by getting the Naga Siren Stout Shield, they transitioned her into a position 1,
30 seconds
and I think that Naga could potentially be good enough at delaying the game to maybe give Complexity a chance here. But again, it's all down to the early laning phase, like, what do you actually get out of the lanes? Like, if you're playing right now in your Complexity, are you going to be able to win that Tusk Techies matchup with, like, Naga 7 safe lane and Winter Wyvern? It seems okay. Like, Naga has very good base armor. No doubt about that. I think armor is, like, the key here as well for these types of heroes.
Need to be careful here. There's going to be Complexity going in actually with the Arctic Burn onto Puppy. Puppy's got the heal, they're going to be fine. Zai has got the snowball, and here we go. They're looking for Swinnerman straight in, and there we go with the suicide, getting them the first blood here for Zai on the Tusk. And that, of course, always the danger of trying to fight up level 1 against the Tusk Techies.
Yeah, I like how the fact, like, Secret went for the lowest armor hero pretty much that was there. Between all of them, Zeus had the lowest armor by a long shot. Or actually, no, Winter Wyvern also has 1, so I guess either target would have been fine, but obviously you kill the mid player over killing a support, right? So they get themselves on the board in a very quick way. And we can already see Arteezy become Twindle. I think he got the rune, but he died. Yeah, so now Arteezy, he gets a rune and he gets that level 2 a little bit faster. He'll be able to pressure this middle lane.
So bottom lane is going to actually be this try lane here. So Z-Free is just going to help ZZ out with the farming. Now going for Puppy. Puppy, of course, just level 1. Only got the heal. Needs to be blood braced up as well. So the damage that he's taking is too much. That's going to be 1. And now Complexity looking for S4 as well. We'll get the Light Strike Array onto 2. But they're pretty diving for this. And with the Riptide, there we go. That's going to be a 3rd kill for the side of... Well, 2nd kill, essentially. The first one just counting as the suicide from Techies. But nonetheless, 2 kills on the board here from this aggressive try lane, working out very nicely in top lane. Moon, Zai's got to be careful of the Iron Shell doing damage, but Moon's out of there. The punch is too much from Zai. Kuroki and Zai just backing themselves up. Bottom lane Puppy just coming in with a harass, forces ZZ back. But this lane from Complexity proving to get the work done.
Yeah, the aggro tri lane was something that a little bit unexpected. I think even from the side of Secret, like you could tell, they were caught a little bit off guard by that. I'm not sure if they're going to be giving away too many more kills like that. Complexity should just be happy with the fact that they got those kills in the first place. And until Zai and Kuro in this top lane hit level 2, we're probably not going to be seeing a whole lot of action. And bottoms is just taking a little bit of damage under the tower. I think if they keep... Okay, never mind. Z-Freak's starting to go top. I was going to say, if they keep the tri-lane going, they're definitely going to keep down S4. But I don't know if they can do that and just completely sacrifice Moon at this point.
Oh. No, Arteezy.
Oh, he has no secret vision.
Oh man, Arteezy pops for refraction. Moon's going to chase this one down. Surge level 1, not going to be enough to chase it, and the ice shards very nicely there, just in case Darkseer was going to chase it down. And still Arteezy being forced back, and he hasn't actually got any regen other than the stick on him at the moment, so looks like he is going to have to go back to base here, given a lot of space to swindle here now in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, having to go back to base at this stage, not really the greatest thing in the world. It's kind of annoying, actually, but I don't think Arteezy's going to suffer too much for it. You can always recover by stacking for this hero, and you can always recover as well. Like, you can stack Ancients, you can stack Creeps. And I think during the mid-game, Darkseer and Winter Wyvern are going to be the 2 biggest issues that he's going to have. Getting Ruptured in of itself isn't so bad, but when you have those heroes that can actually like move you around, like with Vacuum and Ion Shells to break the refraction, it could be a little bit of a struggle here for Arteezy.
On bottom lane, just going in with the Arctic Burn harass onto both of them. The Parafly, oh, with the Blood Rage as well. That's a hefty bit of harassment coming out here from the Wyvern. Forcing them back top lane. Tusk Techies, they're looking for blood so far. Not really be able to find much more than that first blood attempt, and they force Z-Freak back. Still in lane though, Moon finding the farm as Darkseer does, keep himself top of the CS board as well at the moment. So the Tusk Techies are unable to really do anything against the Darkseer in lane.
Yeah, again, it's a lot to do with how much armor the hero has, because Techies is all physical damage up until you get those remotes going. So the fact that Moon has 7 armor, he's keeping himself constantly at full HP. This is how you have to play against it.
Bottom lane S4 has been blood raged up here, Fly on the side with the Arctic Burn, and now ZZ bringing him below. The Shallow Grave will come out from Puppy. S4's going to be fine. But again, this combination just absolutely terrifying here, in Complexity having a grand old time in this bottom lane.
Puppy's up mana too, so he's going to have to walk back to base. If they notice that, like if they see him going back to base, they probably just continue to pressure here. I'm not sure if the ward actually scouted him, but
Dire's middle tower is under
before that point, yeah.
Arteezy's gone incredibly deep here. There's going to be Z-Free wrapping round. You're going to have Fly coming in as well from the side if he wants to. And I think they're aware there's a reaction coming out from Secret. Zai smoked up with Kuroki as well. He's got the suicide available. They might just use it if Z-Free comes a little bit too close, and I think now it's going to be Swim that's going to be the target straight up to the Zeus here. They do have the cold embrace though, buying some time. That physical damage from the mines. They do too much, and the suicide just coming out. I think he realised that there was no way that he was getting out of there. But that's going to be the suicide used just to escape, and not being able to use it aggressively. And Complexity, I think they can be very happy with the starting 4 minutes of this game.
Maybe it was a mistake from Secret to not ban Winter Wyvern. If you think about it, all the abilities that Techies can do in the early game is all physical. So if for whatever reason Fly is in the area, a cold embrace will stop that combo every single time. Like the stun from the snowball isn't that long. And even if you're stuck in cold embrace, even if you can't move for 4 seconds, that gives ample time for the rest of Complexity to react and just be like, oh, well, you want to go combo this guy under a tower. We can actually have like 2 heroes TP in by the time the cold embrace is over. And then the Techies might not be able to suicide optimally, which is what we just saw right there. Like, Earl pretty much just had to suicide. He didn't have a choice. I really like the way the Complexity are playing this early game.
It's certainly working out for them. Arteezy, though, still at the top of the CS board. His farm looking pretty damn good. 31 for 8. It's getting to the point now where Swindle's having a little bit of trouble in keeping up. 21 for 0 on this Zeus, so slightly falling behind. Top lane Puppey, just looking to find some levels here up against the Dark Tier. Whereas the rest of the team, Zion, KaRoki, are looking to make a rotation towards this bottom lane. Wanting to do something about this Bloodseeker. He has quite a bit of space. 20 CS on at the moment. Still just a bit lower than S4 on. Here we go. This is going to be able to connect here with the snowballs. Sigil here, enabling to chase it down. S4 has got the mana for the combo, but Zizi just a little bit too speedy. Will be able to get himself out. And the TP coming in was cancelled, but it did spook back the side of Secrets when the Melons Supply just contesting for the rune in the top lane. Moon going in with a few punches and the Iron Shot to force Puppey back. But so far, it just seems like Secret struggling to kind of get a hold onto Complexity.
Well, thankfully, Artor and both S4 are starting to recover in terms of their respective farm rates. At the start, they were both being pressured very heavily, but now Arteezy's made his way back towards the highest CS, and S4 is looking to be in third place right now. And it's pretty much what you want. You just need the cores of Secret to continue that farm. And
Zizi, I think he's been caught out a little bit too much this time, and be able to find themselves the kill here. Techie's there with the mines, blowing up the Bloodseeker.
It was bound to happen eventually, right? Like, after so many snowball combinations, you have to assume at least one of them is going to be successful.
Straight into mid here with the Invis rune. He's going to go in. He has got the snowball here for a few seconds, but it looks like he might not need it. Arteezy here with the physical damage will bring down Zeus. Now TP coming in, flies well with the Arctic Burn. They might be able to try and turn this one around. No, the snowball coming out just in time to dodge the net. And now turning it around potentially as Arteezy moves in. Fly's got the cold embrace. He's going to be able to live through this, but he's going to be able to live through that one final hit there. No, Arteezy gets himself a double kill in the mid lane.
That was actually really nice use of the Sideblades there from Arteezy. So for anyone who doesn't know, Sideblade is actually pure damage. So if you use Sideblades to hit the person inside of Cold Embrace, it will still hit them. So he used Sideblades to hit a creep once and still deal damage to fly within there, just to making sure that he could secure that kill.
Very nice for Arteezy, and did top of the CS. And imagine if we have a quick look at the net worth, yeah. Thanks for those double kills. Top of the board as well. 4 for 4 at the moment. Secret being able to cool up it for the time being. S4 still finding a fair bit of farm. Mid lane. Swindle still continue to fall behind. Certainly having a hard time against Arteezy now on his TN.
It's expected though. Again, it's kind of hard to trade the mana for just burning down Refraction, especially once the Refraction gets to be a higher level on Arteezy. He's fully controlling the rune here. Going to be able to get top, no big deal. Knows no one is in the vicinity from Complexity to stop him from getting this. And even though Complexity had a couple of nice, really early movements, their heroes are still farming okay. You can tell that Secret is
top lane, looking for the Bloodseeker. He's just a little bit too fast, though. Will get himself out. Now he's been surged up as well from Moon. He's going to be fine. He has got a Rupture available. I don't know if they can turn it with just the two of them. It's going to be a hard fight to take. And now he's going to leave it. And by this way, just head back to the jungle with the Blood Rage and continue to try and make the most of the map.
It makes more sense to not try to go for something risky, especially when you know that coL has that Suicide available. But they're not really building it the same way that Complexity did. He is not opting to max Suicide. He's actually just putting the 2 points into it and hoping that that's going to be enough to just go for the kill. And he's putting extra points into mines.
An interesting note as well at the moment, Fly. He's kind of been given this lane along with Z-Freak to get himself the levels, work his way towards getting that Winter's Curse online, but S4 going forward. Fly just kind of set this one up, though. Will be able to live through the burst damage here, and now with Z-Freak turning up and the charges as well. Fly will be able to get himself out, turns around the Arctic Burn, but no! Dragon Slave will clip him, and S4 does bring down the Winter Wyvern.
Not sure why he turned. Maybe he just underestimated Dragon Slave range. It's very long, like... I think it's even longer than her auto attack range by a fair bit, so... A little bit weird, he ends up giving away that kill. But it's not a huge deal, like support dying at this stage in the game. It's kind of negligible, as long as you're not like losing farm in the process. And still, Ziz just doing his jungle Bloodseeker thing. He's not really feeling too content to show. I don't know if he's actually going Midas here, or if he wants to finish his treads, because he's kind of pooling gold. Leads me to believe that he wants to, in fact, go that Midas.
Yeah, I mean, I guess with the Naga lineup as well, they're kind of happy being in there for the long haul if kind of the game goes to plan for Complexity. So this will be nice. Moon, he's found himself KaRoki here, and actually snagged himself a haste rune as well with the Rupture. I think about going for a wall dropped as well. KaRoki does have a Suicide available here, and with the Thunder Gods round, very nice. They catch out KaRoki, doesn't have a chance to get off that Suicide. And Zizi's going to try and chase down Zai now, and he might be able to do it with his movement speed. Nah, he's not going to dive any deeper. A little bit too scared, but nonetheless, getting away with that techie skill.
That's really nice because he didn't even suicide. He wasn't even expecting the Zeus ulti, I think. Although, it's actually worth using suicide in that situation. You respawn 50% faster, but the cooldown itself is still 140 seconds, so maybe it was actually better that he didn't end up suiciding in that particular situation. But we can see here, RT's doing some ancient stacking. Very, very good income. He's going to be able to get to that Desolator probably, I guess, 13, 14 minutes, somewhere around there. Maybe even sooner.
I mean, RTZ's farm's pretty crazy at the moment. 5.5k net worth, a good 1.6 ahead of that Zeus. And plus, they're actually smoking up here. And they do have this walled up here, so they know exactly what Artur's up to. Can they get the initiation onto RTZ? Here we go with the slow from the Wyvern, and now with the Rupture. RTZ's going to need some kind of backup. He's just going to look for the simple TP out, but no! The ensnare from Zafru going to hold him in place, bringing him low. ZZ getting low. Oh, he just gets the lifesteal off. And now with the corner brace, it's going to be okay. Ice. Keep calling Tusk, Ice, die! Coming in there. We'll be able to find the kill in return onto ZZ. And now looking for Swindle Melons as well. KuroKy inside chasing it. And how long until the next snowball? 10 seconds. Ice Shards, oh, that Ice Shard placement will block it off. Moves there with the vacuum. KuroKy getting low. They look for Swindle Melons here. The song, just in time. Swindle Melons looks for the TP out right under their noses. And what a song there from Z-Freak. He's going to have to be careful himself because he hasn't got the mana here for a TP. Ah, yes, yeah. Okay, he's just picked up the Arcanes. And Z-Freak there, he's got his teams covered.
He's one of the players to watch out for when you're looking at complexity. Like every single game, he always manages to bring some really cool plays together. So really happy to see that he's able to get Swindle out of harm's way there. Little brotherly love, I guess you could say. But complexity now, still looking to try to get something really big going. Haven't been able to pressure any towers, and I guess both teams are kind of in the same boat in that sense. They're not really going for map control so much. It's just a lot of really small skirmishes, and I think that Secret are okay with that because RTZ's still farming up, right? Like, he's not suffering at all, even though he just did die like one time, but that one death isn't going to set him back too far. He just needs to make sure that he clears up that ancient stack eventually, which he might do now.
Mech now complete here onto the Moon Darks here, and at the same time, Tusk, Mr. Zai, and he's got those arcanes. Still continues to try and find the farm here on the top lane, but 6 for 6 at the moment. If we have a look at the difference between the two sides, it is just the 1k, but yeah, we've got to watch Arteezy at this moment because his farm is getting scary. 1300 now on top of the first Mithril Hammer. Certainly feels like complexity needs to do something about this if they want to try and slow him down. 1300 also on Swindle, on top of it Arcanes, and Fly has now got level 6, so they have got that curse available for the next fight. But yeah, still, the Moon Meander, he's on level 10 at the moment. He's having a grand old time on the top lane.
Well, he actually played it perfectly against that Tuskies. He didn't give away a kill. So normally when you have that matchup, Rupture here.
It's going to be the simple TP out. Can they get in there in time to cancel it? Yes, they can. Swindleman will hold him in place in there. Fly with the Winter's Curse, just coming out in time. Nicely done there. Throwing down the ult, more than worth it there to get that kill onto the TA. And, frames have been dropped this time. Headsets haven't. So we're going to have a pause.
Frames equal dropped. Something like that. Something similar. But yeah, RTZ dying for the second time in a row, not really the greatest. Just playing it too greedy, I feel. Zai and Kuro were in the area, but they were a little bit too far to really do anything about that. And even then, like with the Winter's Curse being dropped, Complexity are not opposed to just throwing every ult at him, you know? They just want to kill him. They're like, whatever, we'll Rupture you, we'll Curse you, we'll pop Zeus ulti, it doesn't matter. As long as you're dead, it's fine.
On the plus side, though, for RTC, he did buy that second Mithril before he died. So he really loses minimal gold here. So that is something for the TA. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get this show back on the road as soon as possible.
Apparently the practice PCs were like more stable than the actual tournament PCs. It was kind of funny. People were talking about that yesterday, yeah. Because I guess, I don't know which ones they set up first, but the practice PCs were pretty much on point. And I'm not sure. Yesterday they had to switch out a lot of computers, right? There was like a 30 or 40 minute intermission.
Some people, unfortunately, but we must be at the point now where the computers are all swapped up to being the best. But yeah, okay, we're ready. Fly's ready at least, and the G is called. We're ready to get the show back on the road. I mean, KuroKy, in terms of levels, he has hit level 6, so we're going to see those remote mines start to come out. And how are we doing in terms of, has anyone got any sentries here for the side? Not at the moment. Bloodcat has finished off his Midas. Okay, that's 4. Just pushing down this bottom lane here with the help of Puppey. Tier 1 now sitting about half health. Z3 just soaking in the XP, soaking in the gold. He's got level 7, 600 on top, coming up with the arcane boost. Just scouting out the ruin here. They'll find this mine, and we'll be able to remove it here. And obviously one of the strengths here of having Swindle Melons on the Zeus against the Kuroki techies.
The one thing that's kind of... it's good and bad, because if you're not very vigilant about how you're spamming your bolt, you can end up just running to mines on accident when you're chasing somebody. That's like the most common thing that happens against techies is if you don't have detection and you have multiple melee heroes, like for instance Darkseer, Naga Siren, Bloodseeker, Complexity is still primarily comprised of melee. So even having the Zeus is not a good hero for clearing the mines. That's a problem. Like, he can scout them, but he can't kill them. And Fly is pretty much the only person on the team who can deal with that, and I feel like that could be another reason why he's opted to max that Arctic burn, because he wants the cooldown to ensure that he can kill those mines when it's necessary.
Totally understandable as well. Bottom lane, Kuroki pushing the lane in with the mines there. Puppies are backing him up. Still Z-Freak hanging around here, making the most of this in Moon. He's very, very close to hitting that level 11, and Swindle Melons on the Zeus, as well as the Bloodseeker, is going to opt for a Midas himself.
And Midas Gaming, whenever you're playing against techies, we saw the same thing when IG were playing against Complexity, right? Every single person on IG bought a Midas in that game. Every single one. And unfortunately, they still lost, but I think Midas is still... like, logically, Midas still makes sense. If you think the game could potentially go long, having something that is a good investment in the early game in terms of how we get experience in gold is always going to be good. Like, that's just the mentality of it. But Arteezy, he's got his Deso. If they want to start going for push, I think they could definitely do that. After having seen 2 Midases, Secret might just say, let's get some tier 1s.
They're going to clear out the way if they know that Moon stuck, stranded by this tower here. Going to be hard to catch out though. I guess if they can land a stun, they might be able to burst him down with a Laguna and a few melts. But it's going to be out. If they can get the timing, I think they might be able to. Yeah, indeed, the burst is too much with the physical damage. Martez is going to be a Winter's Curse. Holding Arteezy in place now. Can these two kill him? I don't think they can with the backup of S4. That's going to be Complexity. They're going to retreat. In fact, in comes Zai here with a snowball. Contemplate's coming out to protect Z3, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to save him because no, Arteezy there with the melt hit as soon as Contemplate wears out, and they're chasing down Fly as well. Fly's in a lot of trouble. He's going to need some kind of help, but it doesn't look like anyone's coming in to help him. He's going to go to the tree line. Ice Shards will catch him out of the sigil, granting them the vision. S4 with a final right click will be able to bring him down as well. So Secret there find themselves 3 kills, nothing coming out from the side of Complexity.
And that's a good portion of the mech also done for Zai. So once he finishes that, they're going to have a good item to offset the damage dealt by the Zeus. And the Zeus with Bloodseeker is something that you always have to respect at every single stage in the game, just because the damage is immediate.
Wrapping around towards Win, indeed with a snowball onto Swindle. Arteezy is as well, and he's going to go for Swindle with a 1-2 right clicks. There we go, finds the kill. Now, I'm going to see Swindle Melons actually take down Techies there, Kuroki with the Thunder God's Wrath, or Puppey. Does he get out of this? It's TP in 6 seconds. Oh, Zizi's seen him. Oh! Can't get off the shallow grave. And it's going to be Puppey losing his life. So they are finding kills in return here. But it is, well, there's actually 3 and then 4 heroes going down, including the Zeus and Secret just losing 2 off the back of it. But 10-9. As we see slight increase of gold difference there, favouring the side of Complexity. But overall, just because of the farm that Secret's got at the moment, so the fact that you have got Arteezy a good 2,000 ahead of this Bloodseeker that's running Midas as well.
Yeah, but a lot of that's also because the way that Bloodseeker farms is not as fast, like, just in general. If you abuse Side Blades and you're good at it, you can just farm the jungle, like, twice as fast as any other hero, more or less. And it's the same reason why Ancient stacking is so good now. Ever since they changed Side Blades to hit Ancients again, you can just stack them non-stop at any stage in the game, and you just continue to get that income. So Gem actually purchased very early here by the Naga Siren here, so Z-Freak not wanting to run into any mines if it's not necessary. So Moon denies that tier 1 in the safe lane. I really feel as though Complexity, they're not really pressured to try to get control, but you can tell that the way that Secret are playing this, they don't feel anything. Like, they're just like, okay, well, you're not pressuring any lane, we got techies, we got easy farming. They're not really pushing Secret at all right now.
Oh, Arteezy looking for their Ancients, but he's going to get scouted out. Is Zizi out? Fly there, the Sideways doing a lot, not quite enough. Fly holding Arteezy in place here with the Winter's Curse. Arteezy's got a double damage, but he's going to go down. He can't find anything from this. Arteezy going a little bit too deep, and he's off the map for a full minute.
Those two heroes were so low, though. Like, Ziz lived through that with, like, what, 10 HP? Started regenning when he was running away. Because he actually put the Solar Crest on Arteezy, and then got meld on him with Desolator. So he went from having, like, 20 armor to minus armor. And then he almost got, like, just blown up instantly. Fortunately for Complexity, they don't lose anybody for it, and Artor dying quite a bit this game, actually.
And the third death here from the TA still at the top. Lane TP coming in from ZZ. Has got the rupture here for 18 seconds. Won't be able to do anything about S4. Bottom lane. Tusk Techies, I believe. Feel like Tusk Techies haven't really been able to achieve that much this game. I mean, Zai have a little bit more so, but Techies in itself, we haven't really felt the full force of KuroKy yet. Obviously, there's Techies can come into his element in a numerous amount of ways. I mean, if ever gets the defensive stage for Secret, it's going to be very nice to have on the side. But aggressive-wise, not much the old Techies Tusk combo. A lot of it down to the fact that you were saying, because of Fly's Wyvern, there with the counter. Now, Secret have got to be careful. Swindle coming in as well. Actually, S4's turned into the fight. His Complexity that might be caught off the back of this. No, Z-Freak again with the song. Now, do they want to fight this? They're thinking about it. Fly moving in. He has got a Winter's Curse for 22 seconds. The Sigil scouting out Fly. Fly needs to be very, very careful. Has been surged up, and now with the Arctic Burn, flying himself away, will be able to get himself back into safety. Secret just continuing to push. Arteezy here on the sidelines. Blink Deso ready and waiting. And he's just going to look for the H's. Needs to keep his farm game up. And with this, should be breaking around 10k net worth at the moment. We're around 20 minutes in.
When you talked about the effectiveness of the Techies itself, I do agree that Kuro has not really been able to get a whole lot of kills, but I think sometimes it's kind of what the Techies brings you in terms of threat is. We're going to see a Rupture here mid.
Oh, the vacuum Thundergod's Wrath. Very nicely done there to bring down Techies. The fight off the back of it. Puppy's been Winter's Cursed up. S4 hitting his buddy. Yes, it's just got to be fine though, because now they've got the Yules on Bloodseeker. They will catch him here. He has got a look at a break, bringing him low, but the coL race just in time. In comes the Snowball's done. The Holding's in place with the Walrus Punch. They'll finish him off. They do get Ziz here on the Bloodseeker. Now can Artor look for more. He's got Blink in a second. We'll go forward here onto Moon Meander. The armor reduction is too much. We'll throw him up now. Fly from the high ground with the Arctic Burn going in on Arteezy, but it's fine. Puppy's there with the backup with the Shallow Grave. Arteezy will be able to live himself through this one, and they will be able to claim themselves the tier 1 here in the middle lane off the back of that Secret.
Now, that looked like it was going to be a pretty good fight to start, and action still not stopping bottom lane.
Indeed, going forward onto Swindle Mellors, who's caught all out on his own. Another kill for Secret. As Complexity need to be very, very careful about giving away engagements like this.
They're giving away a lot now. Like, they've lost all their outer tier towers. Right now, Complexity have only taken the tier 1 off lane of Secret. And the more map control that you actually lose, the more space you give to a hero like Techies to be able to start mining aggressively. That's going to be when Complexity starts to run into some serious issues. Because if Kuro does what he's doing now, he's able to split farm, sit up here, you know, get closer to the Aghanim Scepter. That's going to be
look at the rotation speed of Artor.
Yeah, I mean, Desolator TA, this is what you get, right? So Kuro shows top, and he's like, okay, whatever, you come gank me, then you know that we're going to get Roshan for free, so it's no big deal. And they're just the way that Secret abuse the map in general. It's just very, very efficient the way that they've been playing this.
Smoke coming in from S4, Puppy and Zai moving into the dire jungle. Complexity towards the mid lane though. They're not going to be able to find any of that, but they might be able to take this tier 2 if they wish to do so. KuroKy has, of course, already pushed the lane in. And 22 minutes in, Zai yet to reveal himself here with Puppy. They're going to look for the push here on the tier 2. Pressures Complexity do anything. They pop the Thunder God's Wrath. They're aware of Secret's position here up towards the top lane. But it looks like it doesn't matter. Artor straight in with the death hit onto the tower. Absolutely not. He's got 3,000 gold in the bank now on top of the Blink and the Desolator, so he is more than ready to get his next major item. Does he just continue to build, right-click, build for the damage? Does he need to go back for BKB this game, or is it not really going to do too much?
I think BKB is still really good. The main thing is you want BKB to stop things like Iron Shell and the Arctic Burn from just eating through your refraction. So obviously Rupture still goes through BKB, but if you BKB and pop refraction and you don't move, you still get full benefit from those refraction charges if Ziz wants to try to run in and hit you. And obviously Zeus does absolutely nothing against BKB. The only heroes that you really have to worry about are the Ensnare from the Naga Siren, or if Z-Freak wants to ulti to isolate you with that BKB on, and then of course you're going to have the Curse from Winter Wyvern. But those are really the only things that he would have to worry about if he had BKB. Now, I'm not sure if he feels he needs it, because right now Secret are still doing pressuring.
He's found S1 there with the vacuum. TP actually coming in though. Z-Freak there with the song as well to cover the retreat here of Complexity. Yeah, Moon gets out. Z-Freak, oh! Very tight timing there with the song. Does manage to get himself away. And we're just in the nick of time, 30-11. Nice shots being thrown out towards Fly. Won't quite catch the Wyvern. And now Secret grouping up on the bottom. And Arteezy still yet to spend his gold. 4.5. Okay, there we go. Okay, what's he been picking up now? What's on his way out? Okay.
He's just going straight crit. All right. So he doesn't feel like he needs the BKB. He just wants to get really hard.
And he, 24 minutes in. He's still just a little bit short of the Demon Edge goal, but this is going to be a crazy amount of DPS coming from this TA.
Yeah, he can potentially one-shot like 3 to 5 members of Complexity, I believe. He probably can't one-shot the Bloodseeker, and he probably...
This is an issue for Complexity. I mean, they're breaking the high ground here. Fly's going to get bursted before he can do anything. Complexity to get right back here. Arteezy with the double damage is going to be able to find the tier 3 incredibly quickly. Blood right laid down. To walk it up and go back in here. Tier 3, 25 minutes in. It's going to fall on the bottom lane. And Secret looking for more. They're straight onto the melee racks. Complexity need to do something, but what can they do? Arteezy's got the Aegis ready as well. That's the completed Daedalus now after him. How are Complexity going to defend this?
It didn't really seem like they were that far behind, right? Like, it just seemed like the kills were kind of even.
Going straight, one hit here, bringing ZZ down to about a third of his health. And as you said, ruptured up, just sits there. He's fine, he's good to go. Now turning towards Windows, Windows got to run. And they just hit the racks. Shadow Grave's there as well. Moon, he's going to get bursted down. No, they've got the cold embrace to buy him sometime. Arteezy moving forward. That's your Aegis down now. Now, where's Secret? Can they fight off the back of this? They've got to do something. 1 hit, 2 hit. That's Z-Freak getting blown up. That's your Naga Siren evaporating. Winter's Curse down on Arteezy, but he did get a refraction off in time. And now with the Shallow Grave, just going to continue to fight for the time being. And Jesus, Brumo damage with the side of Complexity. Moon is able to turn this one around. No, there comes the snowball in from Zai, turning up to the fight, but now Moon Meander being cold embraced will be okay. Probably trying to nuke it down the tree line. They will be able to kill him as well. But they did lose the melee racks. They did lose the Bloodseeker. I think he'll Secret off the back of it, but still losing your melee racks 26 minutes in, not the best of situations to find yourself.
That was a really weird engagement though from Secret. They snowball in when Puppey has no health, and Zai is pretty much at no HP and no mana. Just seemed a little bit odd that they wanted to try to go all in after the racks had already been killed, but I mean, they didn't even utilize the fact that a while ago they had retreat mons. Maybe Kuro killed them all. Yeah, I guess they're all gone for the time being, but usually the teams will drop mines, use them as a retreat mechanism. If the fight starts going bad, you just pull Complexity right into the mines, and it's like, whatever. It doesn't feel like Secret are really, like, totally in sync in this particular game.
Radiant's top tower
and, well, interesting that Mesfo is going to opt for the Bloodstone as one of his first major items after the use this game on Lina.
Yeah, as core position Lina, if you're playing, like, safe lane, it's very common to buy Bloodstone just to make sure that you can spam non-stop. Same reason why you see Leshrac buy Bloodstone, just so you can continue that kind of snowball and just keep your farm relevant throughout every stage of the game. So, pretty common stuff. I'm pretty sure he's going to be going back for an Aghanims eventually, or maybe he just goes like Blink or something.
Complexity now, smoking up here. Let's see what they're going to be able to do with this one. Heading towards the bottom, Arteezy is there in lane. Yeah, it's got the backup of Kuroki and Zai. Very nearby. They're going to go straight to the jungle. Z-Freak does have that song to set something up. Level 11 as well, so the isn't going to be as much of an issue. And here we go. Wrapping around the Phantom. And they're going to look to just go straight onto Arteezy. They're Phantom Winter's Curse. Arteezy dropping very, very low. Can they keep him alive? Oh, no, they can't. He's going to go down Zai as well. Complexity with a fantastic gank here onto Secret. Kuroki stuck in the corner. Will commit suicide. And that's going to be 3 heroes dropping on Secret, and a very nice smoke gank there from Complex. They didn't even need to use the song.
I'm actually like super surprised the Complexity are doing as well as they are. I mean, there's been a lot of people who have underestimated them. You know, it's a primarily American team, and we're really only known for having EG, right? Like that's kind of like our one team, and Archon got eliminated in the wild card, so I'm actually really happy to see the Complexity are able to sit in this game, and with a team that could be considered one of the top 3 in the world, they're still able to contest something like this.
This is incredibly impressive stuff. Very impressive indeed. Gold-wise, this time to pull it back round as well. Did go up to about a 10k lead for the side of Secret, but now it's heading back towards the side of Complexity. I mean, Arteezy, what was he able to pick up on top of the Daedalus? Hasn't yet finished anything on top. 1,200 gold on him.
He might buy BKB now. Like,
yeah.
After what happened to him in the last 2 fights, I feel like BKB is such a safety net for him. Like, he doesn't have to worry about Iron Shell, he doesn't have to worry about Zeus damage, he doesn't have to worry about Blood Right. It's just only Curse and then getting Ruptured. Those are the 2 things that he has to care about the most. Like, even getting netted is not that big of a deal. It's like, whatever, I can still hit things if I'm trying to push high ground or whatever. It's not really that bad, but going for the Daedalus, he just wants the big numbers, and I mean, it showed that it's very useful because he actually killed the Bloodseeker when they were inside of Complexity's base just because he had a Daedalus. Like, if he didn't crit there, the Bloodseeker would have lived, but I think it's already been showcased more than one time that Complexity's team fight is nothing to shake a stick at.
It certainly feels, though, that there's a lot of space being given to S4.
Right.
It has got the boosted travel now, 1k gold on top of it as well, only just behind Zeus. And Zeus, of course, has been running the Midas for the majority of the game, and he's talking about the Zeus's net worth. Has now got an E-Blade on top of his 15 Bloodstone charges.
Really useful against the TA. Even when BKB comes out, and this item could be in anticipation of just that, like thinking Arteezy, his next item pretty much has to be Magic Immunity, you can just E-Blade whoever the TA goes on, because a lot of the damage that Secret deal right now is physical. Like, sure, they have Alina, but between having, like, Mines and Techie Suicide and stuff like that, and most of the TA. Like, the TA is the one here that you actually want Ghost Scepter for.
Top lane, Secret smoked up. Arteezy was the only one to reveal himself in lane there. They're going to wrap around towards mid. Can they find Swindle? It'd be a very nice pick-off. The highest net worth at the moment on the side of Complexity. He's sticking with the rest of the boys, and they're going to smoke up themselves. Z3 just getting the images out. Just playing very, very carefully. Roshan's going to be up in a couple of minutes, potentially. So Secret might look to wait and they can grab that one. Arteezy now with the bottle double damage as well. This would be as well. If Complexity can catch out Arteezy, then, I mean, we've seen the fights go pretty much their way every time. It's all about controlling the TA.
Yeah, prior to having that BKB, one place Curse from Fly just ends the fight pretty much. All they have to do is take him down, and then the rest of Secret don't really have like a ton of damage. You're going to be relying on S4 to kind of deal some. But again, he doesn't have eggs. He just went for the Bloodstone build and the Yules. So he's got a good setup, but Arteezy definitely over the course of the fight will deal more damage, especially with that DD like he has picked up a little bit earlier. So checking the Roshan timer, it's about a minute left. So I think that both teams are going to try to vie for control of that Roshan pit soon. I think with one Rax down, if you give away a Roshan at this point, it might be a little bit too much for you to handle, and maybe Secret are able to push in another set of Rax because of that.
S4 just keep it into top to join Arteezy. They did, of course, scout this movement from Complexity out. It has now been dewarded. They want to look for Swindle. Can they find this? If they can stagger it, they should be able to before he can get out of the ghost form. No, he gets it out in time. Oh, Arteezy with the side. Wow.
That crit, though. How hard did that hit him? Like 1,400 or something? That was insane.
That was crazy.
And the funny thing, too, is I think that was like just at the edge. Because that was really far. Okay, it was 1,100 crit.
Damn.
Yeah.
1,100 damage, straight up.
Right now, Melon's just sitting there going, did that really just happen? Because he E-bladed, but he got hit with Sideblade, and Sideblade is pure damage.
Yeah, so it goes for it. It doesn't boost it, but it doesn't need to be boosted.
Yeah, well, when you crit for 1,100, you don't need to be boosted much, right?
Woo! That's a dead Zeus. That was that's impressive stuff there from TA. And a little bit more gold in his pocket now, 17,500. That's the BKB done. So Arteezy's now got his BKB ready for the next fight. And it's going to be a lot harder for Complexity to deal with. Still there's a farm on Complexity elsewhere. How are we looking? Vlads has been the option for Naga. We're stockpiling the gold a little bit, but we're not going to see any kind of Radiance Naga this game. It is going to be that more kind of orthodox support build from Naga Siren.
I think the Radiance might have actually been better. I mean, it kind of depends, because you don't know if you're going to get to that point. Like, you don't know if you're going to be able to get that farm before Secret either takes Roshan or just straight up ends the game. And knowing that the TA is going to have BKB for the next couple of engagements, and it's going to be a 10-second BKB with Blink, Deso, and Daedalus, Arteezy just went from being like a pretty big threat to a gigantic threat. Like, having that freedom in the team fight to say, okay, I can bait like 2 ultimates just on me, Rupture and the Winter's Curse, and still be able to fight, because I don't have to worry about my Refraction getting eaten. It's going to be something that Complexity are going to need to find a way around.
Arteezy moving forward here on the mid lane. I've got Mumianda here on the side, along with Fly. And top lane just being pushed in by S4 again himself. I mean, on top of the bots now, 3.2k gold. It's starting to look very, very fat here on the side of Secret. Complexity revealing themselves here in the mid lane, and Artor going straight onto Fly. Cold Embrace coming out. Arteezy's also got the support of the Lotus Soul granted to him by Tusk. The song is coming out though. And the question is, what does Complexity do with this? They're moving on to S4. They want to try and go for a kill here. Arteezy is still there on the side. He's been roped up though, trying to walk around here with the BKB. Winter's Curse holding in place, so Artor cannot help his team out. There's going to be a snowball coming out on ZP. But they've already lost Kuroki. They've lost 2, and they're going to lose. They're going to lose S4. They've lost 4. Arteezy, he was kept in control by Fly. He will end up killing Fly. They did also find the Bloodseeker, but Secret have lost 4, and now they're all rest of Complexity trying to converge it onto Arteezy. I don't quite know if they'll be able to find this kill though. And they're trying to chase it down. Artor is going to try and turn around and give the snap to Moon, and one more. He's going to kill Moon here. Swindle Melons though, if Swindle Melons finds the kill, and he does, that's absolutely worth it. Effectively a team wipe against the side of Secret, and Complexity just keeping their game at the highest of levels.
As soon as the initiation happened, where they song in, they get 2-man vacuum wall. That gives Ziz a ridiculous amount of movement speed. The hilarious part about it, though, was that he walked in Kuro, and Kuro just drops a mine, suicides, and he kills Ziz in the process. So that trades a 1-for-1. Arteezy spent so much time chasing around a Winter Wyvern. Like, you don't need to chase Fly. It's fine if he cold embraces himself. Just go hit somebody who's not physically immune. He pretty much walked all the way past the tier 2, almost to the tier 3, trying to chase him when the rest of his team was just being massacred.
It was, I mean, just the control from Complexity. We saw the Rupture come out, the Winters, because everything onto Arteezy. So he was just unable to contribute anything to the fight. As you said, he went for the Wyvern anyway. So he wasn't able to back up his buddies. And the fight, well, with that, it's going to swing it around a little bit with Complexity here. So Complexity, I mean, we were looking at the odds on sites, and it was 8% Complexity. It doesn't feel like a 92% to 8% game.
Well, the last time when we saw the IG matchup, it was kind of the same, right?
It was, I believe, 83%, 70%. People are underestimating Complexity. Yeah. I mean, they haven't won the game yet, but this is a pretty strong performance so far, 36 minutes in, against Team Secret.
Yeah, one of the front runners in the world in terms of Dota teams, so I'm in the same boat as you. I'm definitely thinking to myself, Complexity are coming into this the underdog, but they're making it a fight. And I mean, this Zeus is still very farmed. Like, he's got 2,000 gold now on top of the E-Blade that he had earlier. He can look to buy something like Refresher. He can go Dagon. I think his item of choice typically in this situation is Dagon as well. I think he likes to go for the big burst on one hero as opposed to just having like the double ulti. But the options are open. Like, if he goes for Dagon, he's got that burst for one target. If he goes Refresher, he can get the whole team low for the Bloodseeker, and then Ziz can just run at like 900 movement speed. Just be a huge issue for Secret to have to deal with. Looks like both teams starting to prioritize Roshan here. They realize it's up. And BKB is still up on Arteezy too. It's 9 seconds. Hopefully he can get a better use of it during this fight.
Z-Fruit here just with the illusions, D mining. What Tech is down in the walls. Zai trying to go in onto Fly, but Fly up the high ground here with the Arctic Burn. It's going to be safe for the time being. S4 will find yours here. They have amount of damage here from the high ground to disperse. No. D-Freeze coming in with a song. Are they going to be able to turn this one? Walls being dropped here. S4 and Zai in it already. Here we go. Zai gets off the snowball straight away, looking for Swindle Balance, but he's moving in on his own. RT trying to find the kill on Zizi. Will blink forward. Can he actually find it here? No, the Solar Crest evasion is doing too much. He can't get the kill onto the Bloodseeker. And Complexity, they're telling him they have lost Moon here. Guys incredibly low. So is S4 with the Winter's Curse. They'll be able to bring down S4. RTZ turning back up to the fight. He's got a lot of work to do, and maybe he can do it. The Cold Embrace onto Swindle Balance here will keep him alive. It's going to be Zai looking for flying down to the high ground, to low ground, sorry. Arteezy trying to get the hits onto Swindle Melons, but Swindle Melons, he's able to get himself away for the dive. Oh no, Arteezy going for Blink. Can they kill him? Yes, they can. With the meld hit there, they will end up killing the Darks here, but Complexity, they're not done. Z-Free looking for Arteezy. You've got to be careful though, because the damage is pretty empty. Looking for the Bloodseeker, they're finding the trap him up in the ice shards here. If they can bring down ZZ here, this is going to be very nice, but no, again, the Cold Embrace from Fly, giving ZZ that extra chance here to fight. Is now holding Arteezy, but no, there we go. Mine, Frog, Kuroki, holding them in place, blows himself up as well. The fight continues. Arteezy incredibly low. He's all over the TP out. No, he cancels it. He said, guys, I can help you kill Swindle. Will they be able to kill Swindle? He's low down the Cold Embrace. Fly again, keeping Swindle Melons alive. There's going to be a buyback now from ZZ. He wants to come back and join the fight because they're incredibly low though on the side of Secret. Puppey will put the Glimmer Cape. S4 has returned with the Ulti now, locking onto Z3. Bowler bursting down with the Lunar Blade. Here's ZZ, rupture onto S4. You're going to turn towards Zai. Has got RTZ around here to worry about as well, because RTZ is still alive. He's been BKB'd and Shallow Grey Dog. Can they kill him? No, blinks away just in time. Now S4 going in here with the help of Zai, snowballing forward. But look at the speed of ZZ. He is out of there. No, he's coming back in. He wants to find some kills. He's very low. Got him careful. If any kind of burst comes from S4, they'll be able to kill him, and they will. That is a dieback from your Bloodseeker. Moving into realizing this is the time to disengage. And Complexity.
How is Arteezy not dead?
A damn fight. But at the end of the day, it is a dieback from Bloodseeker. And let's have a look at the fight recap. They did effectively lose everyone, but
I don't think I've seen a team outplayed like that in a while. Like, Arteezy walked around that fight with 5% health for like a minute and a half.
Oh my goodness.
He gets out of the team fight once due to a clutch force staff to the low ground after already having the grave on. He blinks to the other side of the river, reinitiates, nice vacuum.
Now, but it might cost Moon's life. He's going to be able to get away with the Glimmer Cape. There is the Snowball chasing him down with the Surge as well. Moon's out of there.
I don't understand how Arteezy lives. Like, I really just... I don't get it. Like, how is he alive?
This is 40 minutes, and now at the top of that. Demon Edge, 2.4k towards what I can imagine to be those double javelins for that MKB. 27-25. The difference after that fight, though, yeah, those buybacks and the dieback, of course, costing the side of Complexity quite a bit. And Secret now, for the first time, start to confidently break away in terms of the difference on the graphs. But what a fight! I mean, completely. You got to give it to Fly doing so much there, keeping their team alive, but just wasn't enough at the end of the day. She said Secret just with the outplays.
I mean, after a fight like that, you got to be thinking to yourself, how do we actually, win a team fight if that's going to be what happens? Like, the thing about Cold Embrace is you're buying time, but you're not really pressuring when the Cold Embrace is on, right? It's not like Grave where you can still act. Like, if he gets shallow graved when Arteezy was at like 1 HP and he's just sitting there hitting Ziz and forces him out of the team fight or almost kills him straight up, you don't have that same freedom with Cold Embrace. Instead of being able to set up a kill with it, you're pretty much just biding time. It's a little bit different in the functionality of the skills, so I think that's a lot to do with the fact that Secret were able to take that fight, even though Fly, like, he was doing everything he could. It's not that using the heal is bad, it's just, it's different in terms of what you're able to accomplish with it. So with that approach and secure from Secret, he just now up on S4. He is making his way towards Shivas. It's a little bit of a different take on the Lena build here.
And for them, a large part seems to be working out. 8 kills, 6 assists, and has only died 4 times here, S4. That is your MKB now complete on RTT. He's level 25 as well, getting very, very close to capping out here on the TA.
He is full damage right now.
Yeah, this is very, very scary. And suddenly the Solar Crest, we've seen them do a little bit to help out Complexity, not going to be the case anymore with that True Strike, with that old MKB. And top lane, S4 just going straight in here. Arctic Burn Slow coming out. And he forces fall back. He's taking a fair bit of damage here with the E-Blade as well, but the reverse E-Blade there from the Lotus Orb onto Swindle. Arteezy's been ruptured up, sits there, takes it like a man in the mid lane. Swindle trying to come in, but the refraction's already out. How complex. They're going to need a one-by combo. They, of course, do have Z-Freak to set it up here with the song if they want to try and fight into Secret now. And, of course, that is a big if.
They have to go for Arteezy, I think. Like, he doesn't have Aegis, so they can kill him.
God.
Oh, he wants to go for Ziz.
Z-Freak control him over the net. Still Complexity looking for the right kind of opening. The Gunner Blade was thrown out there by S4, and here's your song.
Oh, this is 3-man wall.
Can they get this off? Yeah, they're not going to go for it. In fact, they're looking towards top, because Arteezy was hitting away at the tier 3. He did have to look for a bit of a defense.
That was definite miscommunication. There's no way you don't wall that. Like, if you get that wall going and you get Ziz a real quick second as thirst, oh god, Puppey just gets annihilated.
And they might lose S4 here as well. They do. He has got the Aegis. Winter's Curse onto Zai. If I could do that, Arteezy one more. No, the Cold Embrace. Arteezy getting low. Will they be able to keep him alive? No. This time Arteezy goes down. And now this is the point where Secret need to think very carefully about sticking around here. They'll snowball forward with a punch. They do get the kill onto Swindle. Zai just waltzing through it all. Going to look for the TP out, but they instead are there. He is going to lose his life. They will find a double kill here for Ziz. And it's only Kuroki and S4 living, but S4, yeah, didn't manage to TP out, but they did kill Arteezy. And again, we're seeing that when Complexity do kill Arteezy, come out on top, and Kuroki just went in there for the suicide. Wasn't able to find anything, and the mines that he's popped down will all get taken.
That's a gem too.
Oh, it was
I think it was a gem actually that Secret got from Complexity, and then they just reclaimed it. So now they have 2 gems. I'm pretty sure that's what went down. So the retreat mines not really able to be utilized there. It was kind of a clutch for staff trying to force Swindle in so RTZ could actually get that kill, but I don't really think the TA, like if he gets ruptured, he kind of just stand there. Like what else can he really do during that engagement? And I think like the Lena build from S4, it's unconventional, but it's not really bursting anybody, you know? Like who is he actually killing when he doesn't have Meganums, when he doesn't have like a Hex, he doesn't have that lockdown?
Oh, it's certainly different. And as you said, at this point, 28 to 29, Complexity looking very good. They are still behind in terms of the difference in net worth because of RTZ's farm. But if they're able to kill him a couple of more times, they will be able to close that gap. RTZ will be back in 10 seconds. Then we'll see what he's going to be.
Nice
okay.
Yeah.
And that is Bloodseeker dead without buyback.
Yeah, 80 seconds.
With 8 mines hidden in the trees. Okay. Yeah, so no. Yeah, that's not great because TA is back up. And top lane, eyes are on Fly and Swindle Melons. Alright. I mean, they might think about trying to go for Snow, but with the Lotus Orb, it's very hard for Zeus to do anything with the E lane. It's going to be a snowball going in onto Fly. S4 is there as well. Fly is in a lot of trouble. Whoa, won't be able to get out the Golden Brace. And they'll bring down Wyvern. That's 2 heroes down on the side of Complexity. RTZ working his way down the mid lane. Top lane's going to get packed in as well here by the side of Secret. And they might be able to get themselves towards the base before Bloodseeker is back up by the looks of it.
I think they'll be able to do some damage. Not sure if they're... Okay, well, RTZ's here. Maybe they can make something big happen. The buyback, though, is now up on Ziz. I think he got enough passive build game to actually be able to bring himself back into the game. If Secret could force that now, that would be ideal. Because around the time that Roshan spawned, I think that they still would not have buyback. So Fly, he's been forced to buy out. That'll force Secret back for the time being. I think they still want to try to go for this tower, though.
And it's Lotus Orb, okay. It's going to be used up. Z-Freak is trying to set this up. This time, will they drop the ball? You'd imagine they will do. This as a 3-man.
No, it's not dropping.
He doesn't want to do it. Winter's Curse is going to get dropped though onto Puppey. S4 pots the beacon, looking towards Swindle. Swindle again low. RTZ moving in. They'll be able to take down Fly. That's 1 down. That's going to be Moon fully as well. Double kill here for RTZ. Buyback from Moon as he needs to return to the fight because the Racks are now under trouble. Z-Freak, he's going to blink himself, move himself away. RTZ taking a lot of damage, but the damage from himself is too much. Moon, that's a dieback. It's a triple kill for RTZ. Z's on the way out. Needs to escape from this one. RTZ incredibly low. They're keeping him up. ZZ really wants to find this kill, but he walked over the lights. ZZ needs to get himself back. Some of the ice shards won't quite trap him. Bloodseeker back to base. But this is 3 heroes down on the side of Complexity. None with buyback available. Swindle left to hold the base on his own here. And he's going to blink forward here as well. Kuroki has got a suicide. Can they turn this one? Can they get themselves back in? Suicide has been used now. Bloodseeker there. They're going to Blood Rage up the Zeus. They look a little bit scared.
They need to run. They can't stay here. This is like so risky what they're doing right now. Puppey has almost no mana. Okay, thank God they're getting back. Jesus. Like, staying like this is very risky. I mean, sure, you forced a couple of buybacks, you even got a hero to die back, but they didn't actually get a Rax. You made them invest a lot of money into defending their base, but didn't actually get anything tangible from push. So, I'm looking at this game right now and I'm thinking, RTZ is just kind of being kited in these team fights, you know? Like, he gets ruptured, and then he kind of has to chill. And then he just sits there, and it's either he gets auto-attacked down, or the Winter's Curse comes out. And by the way, what was that initiation? Like, they have a free 3-man wall into a curse, and they don't take it? What?
They seem to be holding back on the walls.
What possible reasoning could you have for not wanting a 3-man vacuum wall into curse? Because when they used the curse on Puppey, he got immediately Glimmer Caped and took almost no damage. So I don't know, that was really confusing. I think Complexity could have held that with a lot less risk if they had just opened up the way they did before.
RTZ's going to be back up in just a few seconds, and we'll see if they're able to go for it again. They did manage to take the tier 3, so it is the exposed Rex on top. And still obviously off the back of that fight, the lead still very much in Secret's favor, 20,000. It's going to be a smoke up now from the side of Complexity. Roshan's going to be up in a few minutes.
Oh, it's going to get revealed by Curl.
And there we go. Okay, they spotted Kuroki out and straight in. Winter's Curse as well. They want Techie's dead. Won't be able to get off the suicide. The bounce back there on the E-Blade. to swindle. He's been blood raged up as well though, so he's ready to fight. Let's throw on the front, and there's your wolf action. That's nice. Very nice indeed. Won't be able to get anything more. It's still just the techies down for this one. S4 moving forward with the Shiva's guard here. Z3 getting low. Needs to be careful. RTC trapped up here by the net. Now that's your song. Are they going to move up onto the high ground and look for more? They do not have a Winter's Curse available. Of course, was used on Kuroki. Maybe they've got the first kind of RT's just going straight in. That's going to be one. That is your Wyvern down. Die trying to deal with them on the sideline. Oh, the crit! RTZ gets himself a second kill. Double kill here. At the same time, we've got Zai trapping up ZZ. Oh, that is a Bloodseeker. The Bloodseeker does. He does not have buyback. Zai trying to chase this. Can't quite get it. The mine! That mine! 80 seconds down for the Bloodseeker. This could be the opening for Secret to do something major. No buyback available for the Wyvern for 3 minutes. Darkseer in the same boat as well, and so is Bloodseeker. He's 1,000 short, straight into the base. This could look like it's... He's looking for the side blade here through the E-blade. He doesn't need it at the end of the day because it wears out. Will kill him. That might just be the gap that loses complexity of game. And yeah, this is onto the tier 4s. 4 heroes down at the moment. I think it's demanding.
Yeah, I think that's all she wrote for game 1.
You've got to hand it to complexity. For the entire the game, they played very, very well against Secret, and at the end, it was just that one fight. A couple of maybe decisions that Secret just made a hell of a lot better at the end of the day.
The way that complexity took their last few fights, it really seemed like they were so hesitant, like to go in. When Z3 throws out a song and you get a wall into a 3-man vac, and then you have Fly nearby to throw out a curse. That is the ideal engagement for you, especially when you're fighting inside of your base. So I'm a little bit confused as to why they didn't want to do it. Like, Z-Freak probably songed with the intention of